we've got a new employee who's really not fitting in well with the team. What can we do?
Probation. Don't you love probationary periods? Managing that new relationship. Obviously, you'll have issued a contract of employment, which will highlight, what your obligations are as an employer in around probationary period. It can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be as long as it needs to be. But it's about really embedding what you're going to do as an organisation, what procedures you're going to follow. If within the first couple of weeks you kind of get a gut instinct, which does very often happen in these cases, that people are maybe not what they said they were, the skills are maybe not quite as up to date as we were led to believe. As long as you're sitting down, communicating, highlighting those areas of concern, documenting them, allowing that individual the opportunity to improve, and we can actually evidence that we're monitoring that, giving them that opportunity. Arrange further meetings, provide all that support. If at the end of the day in a position that you have to terminate that employment, as long as you've given them the appropriate time to improve and to develop those skills, if ultimately they're unable to do that job, then you can terminate on the grounds of unsatisfactory completion of the probationary period. But you must have given them those extensions in writing. I think that's what's critical in this situation, to ensure that you've given them the opportunity to improve.
No, I think you've covered it pretty well there. It is just about making sure that they're trained, that they understand the culture of your organisation. If somebody's changed sectors and it feels very different, they might not really understand what sort of it's all about. I think as well it's about bringing it back to sort of workplace objectives as well. It is albeit that somebody won't have the right to claim for unfair dismissal, it's quite difficult to make it about personality. So it's about everybody being professional and getting on with the job, but as long as you're referencing it back to clear benchmarks, I think that should be okay.
So I think we really need to get back to basics and look at the quality of the induction, because so many organisations that I deal with a similar situation to this, it very often does come down to the fact that they've maybe not had all the information right from the outset that they should have had. They've not understood what was expected, talked about the organisational values, and very often it can be turned around if they're the right person at the end of the day.
Yeah.